Alright, what's going on, Raptors fans? It's your boy Jimmy back to the Raptors video. And today's video I got another Woj bomb because Woj reported the Raptors made another signing. The player they signed is Juancho Hernangomez to a 1-year deal with the Raptors. I think the Raptors, they made a great signing with this because the Raptors, I think they probably spent about, $2 million off their biannual or mid-level exception on this. So I think it's a good sign for the Raptors because Juancho, he was in the movie Hustle with Adam Sandler. As you know, he can shoot threes, he can post up a bit and do a bit of everything. But let's look at stats as for basketball reference here. He played for many NBA teams. He played for teams like Denver, Minnesota, and Boston, as he's been all over the place, but he's played for the NBA for the last 6 years. So honestly, anyway, they said he played for the Raptors. Juancho played 6 years in the NBA, so that's really good. So Juancho is 6'9", so the Raptors continue their mode of having delicious players at 6'8", so that's a good signing, as I know his wingspan probably over about 6'8" or 6'7". So honestly, I think it's a great sign for the Raptors. And they add another big to the roster, as they have so many bigs on the roster here. So for the Raptors, you already know the main people they have here on the roster are Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam as for a starting 5. And then for your bench, you have Malachi Flynn, Otto Porter, Thaddeus Young, Chris Boucher, Bryce Chua, Delano Banton, Armani Brooks, Fima Haluk, DJ Wilson, Justin Champagnie, Juancho, Ron Harper Jr., and Jeff Down on 2-way contracts. And we have Christian Koloko, who's still not signed to the team yet, so that's about 20 players you have roughly. So honestly, I think for the Raptors, they had 20 players. I think for training camp, or after training camp for preseason, have about 17. They have to make 2 more cuts, so you should have about 15 players in the roster with 2-way people on the squad. So I think honestly for the Raptors, I think who might get cut you can probably say his fee. He probably gets cut, no problem. And then you probably cut maybe Armani Brooks or DJ Wilson. I don't know, because this Raptors roster from head to toe is looking very okay, but I think the bench needs help. If Juancho performs well in the training camp, you can move him up, and you can move up probably Delano Banton and probably DJ Wilson and Justin Champagnie too. Why not? But for the bench, I think need bench help. So I don't know what the Raptors can do, but Juancho, honestly, he's a good signing. And let's just take a look at his numbers here. Alright, so out of Juancho Hernangomez's 267 games, he played over 66 games, so he really bounced a lot around the league. As for his three-pointer shot, he's shooting about 35%, and then for his points per game average, he's averaging about 5.4 points, but honestly, I think probably his best season was in Minnesota, I think, because he averaged 12.9 points, 1 steal a game, 7 rebounds per game, shot the free ball 30%, and did everything well collectively in the 17 minutes of play. And that was in the COVID year in 2020 to 2021 after he played in Minnesota. So honestly, I think that's a good sample size, although he played about 14 games. So honestly, I think it's the greatest sample size we've seen, but for the most games he probably played was with Minnesota in 2020, 2021 for 52 games. And then he just bounced around the league and played in Boston, San Antonio, and then he came to Utah. So honestly, I think it's a great time for the Raptors, because the Raptors, they need someone like Juancho who can shoot the three, do post-ups, and just be someone that can just contribute on the bench on a night-and-night basis. And the Raptors bench, honestly, just seen about, you can say 5 points from every guy. That's probably about it's probably about 35 bench points, but if anyone can get about 10 points or each, honestly, the Raptors bench get about 70 points each off the bench. That'd be very good. As I1 for their bench, they play very well. It's just for the Raptors, when they have slumps, they need help in their offense. So honestly, I think Juancho, he fits this in very well. But honestly, I hope the Raptors, they make this signing very well, as I don't know if this Juancho contract is a training camp invite or as a guaranteed contract, as the deal has not been released yet. So probably about a 2 to 3 year million deal as Adrian Wojnarowski. Details haven't been released yet, but it's probably about a 2 or 3 year $1 million deal as per Woj. But honestly, those are my thoughts on Juancho Hernangomez and the signing. But honestly, I don't really think he does much. He basically does everything you need, whether he shoots a 3-ball, he can post up. His free throw shooting can probably improve a bit. If he can get to about 70%, that's good. And then he can play a bit of defense. So honestly, Juancho at 6'9" and his long wingspan, I think that helps a lot with the Raptors roster. As the Raptors play positions basketball anyway, so Juancho is a good sign for the Raptors. And yeah, I don't really have much to say for the Raptors signings, because I think they're doing a good job. As they had an A+ Austin, they signed players like Otto Porter Jr., Christian Koloko, and then signing Juancho Hernangomez now. They just probably need a backup guard. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the Juancho signing. And if you are new again, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. And your boy Demi, I'm out. Peace.